Hey everyone, so today I'm really excited to be able to review this Barrage Pack of 6 cakes, 6 little cakes. It's called Storm Chaser. It's by Jonathan's Fireworks. So let's have a look at the label. They're category F2, so they're garden fireworks. And the total NEC or net explosive content of this box is 236.16 grams, very precise. So let's have a look what we've got. Let's open this up. Now, interestingly, it comes with 6 of these. These look a little bit like the tubes you get to launch rockets in, but these are actually to stake the fireworks in, which I think is a really good idea. And most barrages you buy don't come with the means to support them, even though the labels will say you've got to make sure they're securely either buried or attached to a post. So it's kind of a nice little touch to have these come with it. So 6 of those, and then we've got 6 cakes. So Sandstorm, Tornado, Lightning Bolt, Thunderstorm, Hurricane, and Blizzard. So they're all 8 shots. The NEC of each one is the same. It's 39.36 grams. So let's see what the descriptions are. Let's see if these are all similar or different effects. So we'll start with this one I've got in my hand, Hurricane. The effects are purple, blue and time rain. Silver palm and green strobe, and green palm and crackling. So 3 different effects in that little cake, a little 8-shot cake, which is interesting. Sandstorm, let's have a look. Brocade, crown and red strobe. Purple strobe and green strobe. Red palm and time rain. So yeah, that's quite different to Hurricane. Tornado, red, blue and green strobe. Green palm, tree, red strobe. Brocade, crown and crackling. Blizzard, green, blue and golden strobe. Red, palm, tree and white strobe. Tie golden palm and crackling. This is Lightning Bolt, red and time rain, green and time rain, blue and time rain. So quite a nice mix of effects in these from the descriptions. Last up, Thunderstorm, yellow palm and time rain, sea blue golden strobe, purple palm tree and green strobe. So actually they're all different, which is nice according to the labels. So we'll see what these are like. So the X's, I imagine, mark the middle one. You see, normally a cake like this would have 9 shots in, but obviously the centre tube on this is used for the support. So we'll take the paper off and we can just see that in a little bit more detail. Okay, so you don't need to do this in order to use them. I'm just doing this to have a look at and show you how these are supported. So just take the paper topper off this one. And so yes, there are 9 tubes, but the centre one doesn't have any effect in. So the idea is that you would push this through the centre, through the bottom of the cake and into the ground. And this will then just stop this from any movement, any toppling. It'll keep it nice and straight. So I kind of like that. Yes, okay, we've lost out 1 tube, so there's only 8 instead of 9 shots. But for people that don't know what they're doing, this is a great way of securing the firework nice and simply and make sure it's safe. So let's fire these and see what they're like in real life. So what did I think of the Storm Chaser Barrage Pack from Jonathan's Fireworks? Overall, yeah, it wasn't bad. The bursts were big with a reasonable hang time, good mix of colours, bit of variety of effects across the 6 barrages. I did like the fact that they came with stakes to secure them to the ground. That was a nice touch. I've not seen that before with small cakes and barrages. And so it's nice to see Jonathan's add that little bit of extra safety into their pack. One small concern I did have was with the X labels on the tops of the barrages to indicate where the stake should be pushed through the firework. In some cases the X label was off centre, and so if someone was to push the stake through right where the X was, they'd end up damaging the firework and ramming the stake into a live tube potentially. Okay, now most people have enough common sense not to do that, but Jonathan's could have made this a little bit more safer by having a film top rather than a paper top on the cakes, so it's then very easy to see exactly where the tubes are. The other drawback of securing the cakes in this way is that you lose one tube of effects. Normally a cake like this would be 9 shot. Jonathan's have obviously taken out a shot to provide a means to secure the cake through the centre. This did mean that each cake didn't last very long. I think the shortest was just about scraping 10 seconds long. So would it have been nice to have an extra shot in each? Yes. But I've got to give credit to Jonathan's Fireworks for putting safety first and taking a shot out to make it easier for Joe Public to safely enjoy the fireworks. Despite their short duration, firing all 6 barrages back to back would give you a continuous display lasting approximately a minute and a half. Okay, so not very long, but in reality if you were firing these in your back garden, you'd have gaps between them, so you could perhaps stretch this pack out over a few more minutes. So let's look at the price. The recommended retail price, or RRP, for the Storm Chaser Barrage Pack from Jonathan's Fireworks is £69.99 British pounds. So £70 for a minute and a half of fireworks. Or another way of looking at it is £11.66 per 8-shot barrage. At RRP, this is a little on the expensive side, but I did a quick Google search and you can actually pick this pack up from some retailers for just £25. That works out at just £4.16 per barrage, which I think is good value. So for my money, would I pay £70 for this pack? Not really. Would I pay £25 for this pack? Absolutely. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my channel for more firework review videos.